From the Sunbelt Conference Bank Plus studio, I'm Jack Benjamin as we preview tonight's LendingTree Bowl between Southern Miss and Rice as a few former Conference USA foes face off in Mobile. Southern Miss, which makes its 27th bowl appearance, but first since 2019, is seeking its first bowl win since 2016, while Rice returned an at-large berth based on its APR scores, bowling for the first time since 2014 when it won the Hawaii Bowl. Well, Southern Miss, quite the turnaround. 3 wins a year ago. They doubled that to 6 victories this year, plus 4 conference wins in their first season in the Sun Belt. Got off to a great start, stumbled a bit down the stretch, but again, clinched bowl eligibility, and they were competitive in nearly every game this season up until the regular season finale when they knocked off ULM. So to help break down tonight's game, we're joined once again by former NFL and Notre Dame linebacker and current ESPN college football analyst, Rocky Boiman. Rocky, thanks for joining us. What impressed you most about the jump that the Golden Eagles made in Will Hall's second season?
Well, I remember at the end of last season, Will Hall saying, we don't have any quarterbacks on our roster, so they wound up putting Frank Gore and some other guys at basically a wildcat quarterback, and we're able to kind of salvage that season. Well, this year they got some better quarterback play, but look, this team is still led by Frank Gore Jr. Went over 1,000 yards. I still remember his dad. I got an opportunity to play against him in the league. Phenomenal, I think, 16-year career. But the Southern Miss program, the rushing attack, they played great defense. I believe they were 6th nationally in sacks with 39. So that combination of run the ball and play good defense holds true for Southern Miss.
You mentioned Frank Gore Jr., and typically success with this team revolves around him. 24 carries, career best 199 in the win over ULM in their regular season finale to clinch bowl eligibility. He's over 1,000 for the season. You went up against his dad a little bit in the NFL, a guy you mentioned, third leading rusher in NFL history. What makes Junior kind of like Senior? Do you see similarities in the way they played?
I do. I mean, you mentioned how many carries that Frank Gore Jr. got in that last game. I mean, that's what defined his dad, was just his durability. Running back's a position that you kind of go along and then you just drop off the cliff, right? It will be because of injuries or just the wear and tear. But his dad was able to do it at a high level for 16 years. So I think his son got some of those genes, because he can take a pounding and you can keep running him. He's going to find a way to still be productive. So I think there's certainly some similarities there between those two.
You mentioned how improved this Southern Miss defense is. You give Austin Armstrong a ton of credit. Youngest defensive coordinator in the country. He's leading a defense. You mentioned how good they are. 6th in sacks, 3rd in tackles for loss. They went to Tulane in early September and beat a team who ended up winning the AAC title. What has stuck out about their defense this year and why they've been so good?
They fly to the ball. I mean, that's the thing. They're really good at creating those havoc plays, the sacks, the tackles for loss, as you mentioned. And I mean, that's what you have to play defense. The days of, holding a team to, 200 yards total offense are over. But you got to find a way to stop the explosive plays and get some havoc plays of your own. And what they've done from sacks and TFLs has really been, what they've done well here, and just really been the thing that's led this team.
Well, always appreciate your insight, Rocky. Thanks for taking the time to join us as always.
Thanks, Jack.
Well, Southern Miss and Rice split their 12 meetings as Conference USA opponents, with each winning 6 times. The Owls have won the last 2 matchups after the Golden Eagles won 5 straight, the longest win streak by either school in the series. Kickoff at Hancock Whitney Stadium in Mobile is set for 5:45 p.m. Eastern, 4:45 Central, and the game will be nationally televised on ESPN with Mike Monaco, Matt Stinchcomb, and Alyssa Lang on the call. Be sure to follow all the Sunbelt football bowl season coverage with the handles at Sunbelt on Instagram and at SunbeltFB on Twitter. From the Sunbelt Conference Bank Plus studio, I'm Jack Benjamin. Enjoy the game, everyone.